What an incredible, powerful, and profound experience I had here at Nimiakaya. I came originally 3 months ago for my first retreat, and the reason why I came was because for a period of 2 years I had felt emotionally numb. I was no longer able to feel myself. I was never really feeling happy. I wasn't really feeling sad. I was existing more than living, and I wanted to change that, and I had no idea how to until ayahuasca came my way, and I started researching about it, and I knew that this was the way for me. Although I had no previous experiences, I just knew it was right. So I decided to come, and I had 4 ceremonies, which turned out to be everything that I didn't expect. It's said not to have any expectations, but it is really hard not to have any. And I was expecting some kind of visions, and my first 3 ceremonies were all in darkness. I had no visions, but what I didn't get in visions, I got in emotions. And my intention for coming here and for going into the ceremonies were to connect with my heart and to be able to feel again. So in the end, I learned to appreciate that she didn't give me any visions to distract from. She brought focus only to me and to the fact that I was able to feel again. It was extremely challenging. I went through all my past traumas, so I dealt with a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, irritation, like all these feelings that I thought I dealt with, but that were kept in my body, and they were specifically kept in my stomach. I was dealing with not only the emotional darkness in my ceremonies, I struggled with a lot of stomach pain also. And in my 4th ceremony, I felt like she was giving me a teaser of her universe. She invited me in for a little while, and I got a few visions, and I felt it was like, Anina, I'm just showing you this to know that I am real and this is the reality. But for now, you need to go through what you have stuck inside. So in the end, I learned to appreciate my journey in darkness, because all my darkness came from something beautiful, which was primarily the loss of loved ones, and so it all came from love, and I managed to work through all of it, and I really appreciated that first experience, those 4 ceremonies. And when I left here, I realized that I was lacking self-love, and it was a big lesson for me. So when I came back, I left Nimiakaya, I came back home, and short, like a week after, I started feeling a feeling inside my body, a voice inside my head that just said, have to go back, need to go back. And I was telling myself, Anina, you cannot go back now. It's you need to integrate. If you basically just stepped off the plane, give it time. You can go back in 6 months, next year, or whenever, like take your time. And the more I was telling myself that I could not go back, the stronger this feeling and the voice in my head became, like, need to go back. So I contacted you guys at Miyakaya and said, this is how I feel, what do I do? Because for the first time in a couple of years, I could actually feel what was the right for me to do. I heard her calling, I felt the need to follow it, and at the same time I was thinking I have to stay where I am, I cannot go back. And when I got the answer that I was welcome back and that sometimes Mother Aya calls out very loud and clear, I knew that was exactly how I felt and that I had to go back. This time though, I had no intention for going back. I had no idea why I needed to go back. I just knew I had to go back and it couldn't wait. So coming here, I was very excited to find out what she had in store for me. And oh boy, in my third ceremony, she painted the whole picture for me and made me understood everything. That night, I went into her universe full on, lots of visions, patterns, colors, like a crazy circus of love, and I was on this funky ship going on, and I just felt so much love and so much joy and so much happiness. And I was through these ceremonies in this retreat, I was still dealing with the stomach pain that came back, the same that I had in my first retreat. And so in this third ceremony, I was kind of asking her to, please, can we now stop the circus and be a bit serious? Can we get to work? Because I knew there was some work I needed to do. So I enjoyed the party, but I wanted to go deep within. And she just continued this beautiful world around me, universe around me. So at one moment I was in the toilet and I had diarrhea, and I was thinking, okay, I need to find another approach. I need to ask her in a different way. So I was thinking, okay, so what's up with this? What's up with this stomach pain and me purging in this way in every ceremony? And I got the clear message that she told me that I had stomach cancer. I had no idea of that before coming here. And at that moment, I understood why it was important that I came back. I was shocked, and at the same time, I kind of expected everything to turn really dark and scary, and it didn't. And I asked her, like, this is something very serious. So why are you continuing this beautiful universe around me? Why is everything so light and bright? You know, I felt I just got a cancer diagnosed, but I was having a blast. And the answer she gave me was that I had suffered enough. I had the stress and the worries that I've had in my life, which were caused by several traumatic experiences. Those were the ones that eventually caused this stomach cancer. So she told me, we don't need more of that, because that was what created it in the first place. And she said, we need to embrace it and send it with love. And that's why you are in this environment now. And it just blew my mind, because I felt totally safe. She said to me that, don't worry, I got your back. As long as you keep doing what you're doing your work here, you're going to be fine by the time that you leave. So trust the process. which we have been told, you guys tell us all the time, and it just became so clear that, yeah, that's just what I had to do, trust the process and send it with love. So I was, instead of showing anger and fear towards it, I was saying thank you for the time it has been with me and the lessons I have learned from it, but that I am good without it now, and it can leave. Um, that was a very, very powerful experience, and it made me understand every vision I've had, everything, like little signs here and there that's been showing up around me. It made me understand that the first time I came here was to treat the cause of what I had. It was to treat the cause of this cancer, to take away all these worries and stress, but the only way possible for that was for me to relive it and deal with it again and make me able to feel again. So I managed to do that, and then she brought me back to deal with the effect of that pain I had been suppressing for a long time. And yeah, I am. This is just like a tiny bit of what was going on and had been going on in this whole journey, and I'm still processing, because this, I connected with other dimensions. I connected with creatures from other dimensions. I know there's so much more out there. I know that I feel I'm leaving Nimeyakaya with a huge book with a ton of different subjects and a whole new world for me to enter. And I have no idea where to start, but I'm really excited about reading it. And I am just beyond grateful for you guys, Casey, Jill, all the facilitators you have here. You guys provided such an amazing setting for me that made me feel so safe. I always felt you had my back. The support I found in you has been beyond words. There's so much love here. I know now why this is the place I came to, and I would not have been without it. I'm so appreciative to Mother Ayahuasca, the power, the intelligence that she's got is I don't even know how to describe it. So to anyone out there having any doubt, safety-wise or whatever issue, but feel called to work with Mother Ayahuasca, please follow that call, because she saved my life, and for that I'm